What I'd like to do is to show you what I've got on offer today and talk to you a little bit about them. So let's get right in it. I'm sure you don't want to see my face, you'd rather see yarn. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? How do I... That's better. No, hang on. That's better. Right. Scary moment. I thought I'd ended the live then. So, I'm just going to give you a brief look at each of the storage cubes that I've got first of all, so you can get an idea of the colours that we've got going on. And then we'll talk about each of the colours and the yarn bases that I've got on offer for you today. So hopefully that gives you an idea. I'd like to first of all start off with this first colour, which is Vanguard, which is a special colour for this festival. I mentioned a few days ago in my Instagram post that there are limited quantities of this. There really are limited quantities. There's only 6. So if you want it, go and order it now on the website. If it's popular and it sells out, then I will list it as a pre-order. I think it's gorgeous. It's essentially a deep grey with lots of rust speckles and purple overlay, and it's just really, really dark and mysterious, and I love it. Going on to one of my all-time favourites, Rusty Birch. You'll see from this box, generally speaking, guys, that grey is a favourite colour of mine. It goes with so many different things. And just putting it with Vanguard, for example, you can see that they already start working nicely together. We have a medium grey called Pewter, which is a colour that seems to go well with literally everything. It's not too dark. And then we have a light silver grey called Platinum. All the single colour yarns are semi-solid yarns. And then ending on the greys, we've got Graphite, which is a nice, rich, deep grey. I do have another grey called Charcoal, which is like one step away from black. I don't have any to show you today, but that will be going on the website soon. The other thing I wanted just to quickly say is if there's anything that you see in the shop if there's anything that you've seen today that you like the look of, but it's not available in the shop, please drop me a message on the contact form so that that will help me prioritise restocking of the shop afterwards. Okay? So we're going on to the yellows and oranges now. So we've got quite a lot of going on here. We've got another favourite of mine, Creme Brulee, which is bits of charcoal and, burnt sugar and that lovely creamy centre that you get with the creme brulee. And that works fantastically well with charcoal and some of these other orangey brown colours, which I will show you as we go through. So we've got some old ones. This one is called Paprika. And then Orange Fizz, which is a bit brighter. You'll have to excuse the light in my conservatory. The sun is right behind me. I've closed the blinds, but it can tend to blow out all the colours. This one is a very, very subtle peachy pink called Zephyr. I'll show you that in conjunction with some of the other peaches that I've got in a minute. I've got Gold Dust. This is a DK version of it. I've got 5 skeins of that. I'd love somebody to buy that and make a sweater out of it. It's the most glorious golden, slightly toned down yellow gold colour. And there's also the 4-ply version of that. Again, I apologise for the colours, guys. Gold Dust goes really, really well with Grello. They're based on the same mustard colour. And if you put it with, say, graphite, you get a lovely 3-skein fade. I featured a post on my feed a few days ago where I'd had a 6-skein order, 2 of these, 2 of these and 2 of these, and they looked absolutely amazing together. So they would make a great project. Another favourite is Honey Pot. This is lovely and rich and golden, semi-solid colour. And this, along with creme brulee and graphite, if I put those 3 together for you, makes, and I'll just cack-handedly show you this brioche shawl, the brioche tile shawl by Suzanne Sommer. It's a fantastic geometric brioche pattern. It starts off with a 1-colour brioche at the bottom, and then it moves on to this 2-colour brioche here, and that's made with graphite, honey pot and creme brulee, and that's the reverse side for those that wanted to see the other side. So we've got a few more oranges. We've got burnt orange, which is a lovely rich dark orange, but it's not, it's toned down slightly. And then tangerine, which is much, much brighter. And then foxy. So foxy is a beautiful, rich, deep, dark orange and a rich grey. We've got lots of foxes near where I live, so they drive my dog absolutely mental, but I think they're beautiful creatures. And if you, say, for example, put it with umber and one of the greys, then you get a similar kind of fade to the Grello fade that I showed you earlier on. So that's that box. Going on to the bluey greens. Bluey greens don't really photograph very well, so some of these blues, which apart from the fact that the sun is blowing out the colour totally, are in real life slightly greener, so I'll talk about those when I come to it. So we've got 1 skein of Seadrift, which is a lovely pale sort of sagey minty green colour. And then another one on, this is actual sage, so you can see the difference between the 2 colours. It's very difficult to show you, I'm really sorry. We've got spearmint, which is a nice soft green, and I'm throwing it all on the floor here. And creme de menthe, there's 1 skein of creme de menthe, which is a bit of a more bluey green on a single ply. Parakeet on the left and sour lime on the right. Trellis, Nitty Minion, which one do you mean? I don't have a colourway called Trellis, so just carrying on. I haven't got a knitted up sample, I'm sorry. Again, knitted up samples will vary depending on what kind of project you're doing. If you're using Grello to make socks, for example, you'll get a random stripe going on, whereas if you knitted it in a sweater, you'll get a mild effect depending on how many stitches and what size needles you're using. So it's really difficult to say exactly how it would knit. So we have Ultra, which is a really cobalt blue. That's the cobalt blue that I used in my dotted rays shawl up here, along with Aquarium and Aurora, which I don't have because it's sold out already today. Titan is teal and purple and dark blues and all sorts of lovely, rich, interesting colours. I've got 2 of those. And then there's Danube. I'm also trying to be conscious that I don't run out of time. So I've got Danube, 1 on DK and 1 on fingering weight. Odyssey, which is one of my favourites. That's a teal green with mustard and gold and green speckles. We've got Kingfisher, which is a lovely Kingfisher blue. I'm going to run out of time. I won't have time to show it to you all. Didn't realise I was worried that I wouldn't have enough to say, but the time's gone really, really quickly. So I've got these one-of-a-kind, which would make a great set of socks. They're not on the website yet, but they will be this afternoon. They don't have a name yet. We've got Glacier, which is one of my favourites. That goes particularly well with Ultra Blue up the top. Old Royal, which is a reddy brown mulled yarn. Cauldron, which is fantastic. It's a deep violet colour with shades of magenta underneath. And Thrill Seeker, which is a variegated yarn based on all sorts of colours of pinks and purples. Night Waves. I see we have questions about Night Waves fades. Night Waves has got everything in it, so it's a colour that will work particularly well with all sorts of colours. You can see here you've got reds and oranges and greens and yellows. It works quite well as a brioche, as the alternative colour to brioche, if you, say, were to take the gold dust, one on one side and one on the other. I've got one skein of ruby. Again, if there's things you like the look of and I haven't got enough stock when you come to order it, then please let me know. Gingerbread is a lovely gingerbread coloured. You couldn't get more like the actual cake. If it smelt of cake, it would be even better, but it doesn't, unfortunately. Mardi Gras is a real belter, real shouter. So you've got lots of oranges and golden yellow and fuchsia pink in there. It's lovely. We've got a collection of merino singles here. So we've got coral and calico, which is a real linen colour, platinum grey, antique mauve, and some antique mauve fluff to go with it, and some one-of-a-kind skeins of lilac mauve on DK, and then this purpley one is called mulberry. And then just quickly, I was wanting to launch a mohair collection for this weekend, which I managed to do mostly. I did about 13 out of the 15 colours I wanted to do, so I'll just run through these with you. You'll see they have their corresponding 4-ply colours with them. So they've got hot chocolate, calico, bambino, which is a really lovely soft peach colour, flamingo, which is a lovely baby pink, and then you've got coral, the two together. Here you've got pistachio, which is just like pistachio ice cream, fantastic. Sage, Arctic, Inkwell, which is a lovely rich blue ink coloured blue, and then you've got champagne at the top. And then the other colours, you've got pewter along with a skein of the pewter to show how it goes, and then platinum to see here. So all of these pairings of mohair and 4-ply would make, say, a fantastic love note sweater, or it would you could use it to make the rocket tee, which is a nice summer-like t-shirt. You need 2 skeins of each, and the mohair. You could use corresponding and complementary colours of each, and I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to run out of time any second. I just wanted to say that gift cards are currently 10% off for the entire weekend until midnight Sunday, as part of the You've Got a Friend in Me initiative for Yorkshireyarnfest, and use the code Yorkshireyarnfest to get that 10% off a gift card if you want to buy something for a friend or family member who is a yarnie, but you're not really sure what to get them. So please send me messages if there's anything that you would like more information on, or if there's things that you've seen that are out of stock by the time you get to order it, because I'll be available for the rest of the day. So thank you very much, everybody, for showing up. It's amazing that you're here. And I just wanted to say one final thank you to Sophie for sorting it all out. Thank you very much.